Oh my God. What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Hope all is well with you. Now, guys, I don't spend a whole lot of time talking about Star Wars, but perhaps that's going to change. Once again, we have news that there's going to be more Star Wars movies allegedly on the horizon. The Rey project is one of them. They're dragging back Daisy Ridley. I remember when she said she was never coming back. Nothing could make her come back. Now all of a sudden she's out of her mind excited, according to Kathleen Kennedy. She says it twice. She's out of her mind excited. I just think she's out of her mind to be coming back to this. Disney has been taking on water with Star Wars probably since they made the announcement, guys. And I've said from the very beginning that Disney is just not the right fit for Star Wars. Disney is known for family-friendly movies that highlight Disney princesses, things like that. They don't have the actual imagination since maybe the Black Hole over, 30 years ago, to do movies like this. And it's been proven time and time again, guys. They've just been so lackluster. And the reason why I'm talking about it now is because we talked about this years ago. And it seems like ever since we chased them out of the movies, remember they had their original slot where they were supposed to be movie after movie after movie after movie. They were supposed to come out and we kicked their ass, with The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Solo, and they just got gun shy and they said, oh, well, I guess we'll just stick to streaming for a while. And then they started pooping on Disney Plus, and all of that also did not live up to potential. I mean, you can enjoy all of these things if you want to. Slapping the name Star Wars on something does not make it Star Wars. You can say, well, Andor, I'm glad you enjoyed Andor. When I watched Andor, I said that I could see where people could enjoy this. I'm just not sure if this is Star Wars. You know what I mean? It can be entertaining, but is it Star Wars? And to me, it just wasn't. So now we have news that they dragged Rey back. They dragged Daisy Ridley back. They're going to do this Rey movie. And the director of the movie, one Miss Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, is talking. And to me, and a lot of people who are seeing this, it's just another red flag. It's something else for you guys at Disney not to listen to. Kathleen Kennedy, you think after all this time you would listen to your fans. We have never been wrong in all of this. Now, you might get some people who like this stuff, and they're welcome to like it. But the vast majority of people, your core audience, is telling you there's something wrong here. This is not the awesomeness. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's okay. Maybe people lower their expectations. But this is not the awesomeness that Star Wars was built upon. You think you would listen to people, but they don't. All right, so this Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, according to Wikipedia, check this out. She is a Pakistani-Canadian journalist, filmmaker, and activist known for her work in films that highlight gender inequality against women. Women! Let's read that again. She's a Pakistani-Canadian journalist, filmmaker, and activist known for her work in films that highlight gender inequality against women. Okay, I guess that makes her the perfect candidate to direct a Star Wars movie for some reason. But let's get into this article here, guys, about some of the things she said on Variety.com. Okay, let's move this thing along. It says here, Ridley's Rey is coming back to the big screen. Actually, let's start with the headline here. All right, it says, Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars director says, it's about time we had a female filmmaker come forward to shape the galaxy far, far away. It's about time. Daisy Ridley's Rey is coming back to the big screen in a new Star Wars movie directed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy from Ms. Marvel and written by Stephen Knight. Peaky Blinders. I'll figure this thing out, guys. Peaky Blinders. Okay, now, I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, but I've heard a lot of people say that this thing is really good. So maybe that could be a good sign. I don't know. It's not like Disney has never worked with talent before. After all, I do respect Robert Rodriguez, and you see how well the Book of Boba Fett came out. I just think that they don't give people the space and the room that they need to do the things that they need to do. Creative people. I think they squash creativity. So it's not a matter of talent. It's just a matter of Disney under Kathleen Kennedy is not a free space. It's not welcome for true creativity, and not everybody can be a George Lucas. Not everyone has the philosophy of George Lucas. You need to be able to explore what was in that man's mind when he came up with all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as it looks, just ask Zack Snyder. The film makes Obey Chinoy the first woman and person of color to direct a Star Wars feature film. Previous film directors in the franchise include original creator George Lucas, Irwin Kershner, Richard Marquand, J.J. Abrams, and Rian Johnson. Oh my God. While Star Wars television projects have featured female directors, most notably Deborah Chow, the movies have shut them out until now. Shut them out. Shut them out. This is something that was deliberately done. They shut out females. Once again, I've said this over the years again. Show me the archived footage of people shutting women out. Somebody saying, show me the document that said that women are just not allowed to direct Star Wars films. They're not allowed. Show me people picketing. Show me people being kept out of the movie theaters. They were shut out. That's what they're telling us. You know what I'm saying? No. The reality of the situation is that the vast majority of Star Wars fans are male. That's the vast majority. All right. I know that there's a lot of female fans out there, but not enough to have made the dent in the creative process that these people say should have been done by now. It's a logical thing that the majority of people who have been creating Star Wars have been male and white for that matter. That's just a fact of the matter. It was a white man who came up with this. That's the fact of the matter. Okay. So Obey Chinoy says, I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something special. Obey Chinoy recently told CNN. We're in 2024 now, and it's about time we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy far, far away. It's about time, she says. I know a lot of people at this point, this is where you would start saying, well, we had this woman, we had that woman, why you overlooking that? Listen, they know all of that, okay? They're blowing smoke up the ass of people who don't know. That's what it is. They're trying to attract people who are not Star Wars fans to this by making them think that every time they come out with a new project, they're creating history. This is the first woman. This is the first black person. This is the first gay person. This is the first trans person. It's all about them selling this to the normies. That's what it is. So don't try to justify or validate what they're saying by naming all of the people who came before her. They know fucking damn well about all of those people. All right. But what this does do is raise the red flags about where we're going with Star Wars. They have learned nothing over the last 10, 15 years. We're going to continue to get the crap that we've been getting. And this is a good indication of that, because if Obey Chinoy was really worth something, she would be talking about how she loves getting the opportunity to actually create something that is awesome. She has some great ideas for this. She can't wait to contribute to the overall culture. She's got some awesome things in her mind and all of that. But no, what she does is she sells it on who she is. Guys, I have a mole in the middle of my nose. It's a kind of a birthmark. I've always had it. I call it my third eye. It's like, what if I led by saying I am the only YouTuber who's got this beautiful mole on my nose? That makes me create history. I am creating history by being a black content creator with a mole on my nose. I am the first. And I want everyone out there with moles on their noses to see me so they can see themselves. Never mind what I talk about. Never mind my content. Never mind my personality. Never mind the fact that I freaking wreck this microphone every time I get on it, with little to no graphics or extras or bells and whistles. It's just me, baby, doing what I do. But I want you to see that mole on my nose. That means more to me than the message that I spread. You know what I mean? I think that would be pathetic. But that is what it's telling you, what Star Wars is in the hands of, and that Kathleen Kennedy would allow this woman to lead with this, knowing that what she's doing automatically is going to wreck any hopes that they have of this new movie. Just shows you the lackluster leadership, to say the least, that Disney Star Wars is under. Now, let me just read something else that this heifer said, all right? She also said in another interview that, and I quote, I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. It's only when you're uncomfortable that you have difficult conversations that you will perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Okay, mission accomplished. Have you seen the pictures of this woman? She wants to make men uncomfortable. Chick, strip down and walk down the street. A lot of men will be uncomfortable. But listen, here's a little secret, all right, that I want you to know, Charmine. All right, here's a little secret for all women who might not understand this. Men, we know that we're assholes. Okay? Men, we know that we ain't shit. We know this. It helps to make us who we are. It's a vital part of who we are. The ability to be assholes. The ability to be ain't shit when you need to be. The ability to be able to turn it on and turn it off when you need to. We're proud of this, all right? There was a classic song. It was a tender song, a beautiful song by one Mr. Dennis Leary over like 20 years ago or so. And it broke it down perfectly when he says, I'm an asshole, wee-oh, 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 wee-oh. I'm an asshole, a real fucking asshole. Everybody sing it, A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Once again, A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Woo, woo. Okay, we know this, all right? We don't need any woman to make us look in the mirror and tell us who we are. And we feel so uncomfortable. The best among us already know this. And we certainly don't go to a Star Wars movie to hear about ourselves. All right, so this, once again, is that red flag. This, once again, is that bad fit, that there is more garbage incoming. I'm sorry to say, guys, everyone who's been waiting for the next phase of greatness to come from Star Wars, it ain't happening here. We haven't hit rock bottom, unfortunately, yet. All right, so that's what I take from all of this, guys. What more can I say about this? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring you this news that this is what's going on, but there it is, guys. And you can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about Charmaine Obaid-Chinoy being appointed. As far as I can tell, by the way, this woman has not even been in the United States. She was born in Pakistan. She's listed as Pakistani Canadian. All right. She came to the U.S. to pursue higher education. That tells me that at least, maybe 20 years ago, maybe? She hasn't even been here for 20 years? You know what I mean? So Star Wars, sometimes you could say that it's an American institution. I mean, it's got broad appeal for sure. It's loved all around the world. But at its core, it is an American tradition. You know what I mean? So you're coming from Pakistan and you're bringing your thoughts about women equality or inequality from a country that doesn't have necessarily the same values and sensibilities and things like that. And you want to have your axe to grind in Star Wars. And I don't know what to tell you guys. Garbage incoming. But you guys can get in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about this. I think I can guess. As always, thank you for your support. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. Thank you for the super thanks. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.